Greetings and good day, and welcome back to another edition of our Bible in a Year series. I am your brother and your friend, William, and we are reading the Bible. As we started in the book of Genesis on January the 1st, we are now reading for Saturday, May 7th, 2022, day 127 in our quest to 365 days of reading the Bible. We are in the Song of Solomon, or the Song of Songs. Out of the 1,000 or so songs by Solomon, this is supposed to be the Song of Songs. Amen. As we thank God for his word, let us continue our reading of the Bible. Let's read the Bible. And the word reads, verse 1, chapter 1. This is the New King James Version. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. Verse 2 speaks of the banquet and the Shulamite woman speaking. Verse 2, let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for your love is better than wine, because of the fragrance of your good ointments. Your name is ointment poured forth. Therefore the virgins love you. Draw me away. Now this is the daughters of Jerusalem. We will run after you. The Shulamite woman speaking. The king has brought me into his chambers. The daughters of Jerusalem. We will be glad and rejoice in you. We will remember your love more than wine. The Shulamite. Rightly do they love you. Verse 5. I am dark but lovely. O daughters of Jerusalem, like the tents of Kedar, like the curtains of Solomon. Do not look upon me, because I am dark, because the sun has tanned me. My mother's sons were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyards. But my own vineyard I have not kept. And where it reads, they made me the keeper of the vineyards, is like they had her out in the field all day, every day, which is why she was tanned. Much more study needs to go into that also. Verse 7. To her beloved, tell me, O you whom I love, where you feed your flock, where you make it rest at noon. For why should I be as one who veils herself by the flocks of your companions? The beloved, verse 8. If you do not know, O fairest among women, follow in the footsteps of the flock, and feed your little goats beside the shepherd's tents. I have compared you, my love, to my filly among Pharaoh's chariots. Your cheeks are lovely with ornaments, your neck with chains of gold. The daughters of Jerusalem, verse 11. We will make you ornaments of gold with studs of silver. The Shulamite, verse 12. While the king is at his table, my spikenard sends forth its fragrance. A bundle of myrrh is my beloved to me, that lies all night between my breasts. My beloved is to me a cluster of henna blooms in the vineyards of En-Gedi. The beloved, verse 15. Behold, you are fair, my love. Behold, you are fair. You have dove's eyes. The Shulamite, verse 16. Behold, you are handsome, my beloved. Yes, pleasant. Also, our bed is green. I believe that means that it has not been used yet. Also, our bed is green. The beams of our houses are cedar, and our rafters of fir. Chapter 2. I am the rose of Sharon and the lily of the valleys. The beloved. Verse 2. Like a lily among thorns, so is my love among the daughters. the Shulamite, verse 3. Like an apple tree among the trees of the woods, so is my beloved among the sons. I sat down in his shade with great delight, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. The Shulamite to the daughters of Jerusalem, verse 4, chapter 2. He brought me to the banqueting house, and his banner over me was love. Sustain me with cakes of raisins, refresh me with apples, for I am lovesick. His left hand is under my head, and his right hand embraces me. I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, by the gazelles or by the does of the field, do not stir up nor awaken love until it pleases. Verse 8 speaks of the Shulamite woman speaking the beloved's request. The voice of my beloved, behold, he comes leaping upon the mountains, skipping upon the hills. My beloved is like a gazelle or a young stag. Behold, he stands behind our wall. He is looking through the windows, gazing through the lattice. Verse 10. My beloved spoke and said to me, rise up, my love, my fair one, and come away. For lo, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone. The flowers appear on the earth. The time of singing has come, and the voice of the turtle dove is heard in our land. The fig trees put forth her green figs, and the vines with the tender grapes give a good smell. Rise up, my love, my fair one, and come away. Verse 14. O my dove, in the clefts of the rock, in the secret places of the cliff, let me see your face. Let me hear your voice. For your voice is sweet, and your face is lovely. This is her brother speaking, verse 15. Catch us the foxes, the little foxes that spoil the vines, for our vines have tender grapes. The Shulamite woman speaking, verse 16. My beloved is mine, and I am his. He feeds his flock among the lilies. To her beloved, verse 17. Until the day breaks and the shadows flee away. Turn, my beloved, and be like a gazelle or a young stag upon the mountains of Bether. Chapter 3, the Shulamite, a troubled night. Chapter 3. This is the New King James Version, and I am in the Song of Solomon, or the Song of Songs. Verse 1, chapter 3. By night on my bed I sought the one I love. I sought him, but I did not find him. I will rise now, I said, and go about the city, in the streets and in the squares. I will seek the one I love. I sought him, but I did not find him. The watchmen who go about the city found me. I said, have you seen the one I love? Scarcely had I passed by them when I found the one I love. I held him and would not let him go until I had brought him to the house of my mother and into the chamber of her who conceived me. I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, by the gazelles or by the does of the field, do not stir up nor awaken love until it pleases. Some say that part is saying, do not engage in sexual pleasures until you're married. Do not stir up nor awaken love until it pleases. Verse 6, the Shulamite, speaking of the coming of Solomon. Who is this coming out of the wilderness like pillars of smoke, perfumed with myrrh and frankincense, with all the merchants' fragrant powders. Behold, it is Solomon's couch, with 60 valiant men around it, of the valiant of Israel. They all hold swords, being expert in war. Every man has his sword on his thigh because of fear in the night. Verse 9. Of the wood of Lebanon, Solomon the king made himself a palanquin. He made its pillars of silver, its support of gold, its seat of purple, its interior paved with love by the daughters of Jerusalem. Go forth, O daughters of Zion, and see King Solomon with the crown with which his mother crowned him on the day of his wedding, the day of the gladness of his heart. And that was chapter 3. I believe we're going to stop there for this first part of a two-part episode in the Song of Solomon, or the Song of Songs, chapters 1, 2, and 3. Some say that this book is, some have, kind of interpreted as God's love for Israel. Some have interpreted it as God's love, or Christ's love to the church. And some have just simply said that it's the love of King Solomon for an old country girl, and of course, her love to him. So we're going to stop there. We thank God for his word and pray that he continues to bless each and every reader, hearer, and doer, and seeker of his word. God bless you. I will see you on the other side as we continue with the Song of Solomon, chapter 4, and Proverbs, chapter 18. Amen.